In a grand chamber of the Galactic Council, members gathered around a large table. The room buzzed with excitement. Today, they would discuss an ancient warship discovered on a distant planet. The ship, covered in dust and vines, had been hidden for centuries. The council believed it belonged to a long-forgotten species, one they thought was weak and primitive. Counselor Zarak, a tall being with shimmering blue skin, stood up. "This ship is a joke," he said, laughing. "Look at it. It looks like it could barely fly, let alone fight." His words echoed in the chamber, causing other counselors to chuckle. Counselor Tira, a sharp-eyed alien with bright green scales, leaned forward. "Yes, but we must consider its age," she said. "It could hold secrets about the past. We should study it closely." Tira's voice was calm, but her fellow counselors paid her little attention. The laughter continued, and the counselors mocked the ship's design. "It has no shields," shouted Counselor Rax, a bulky figure with thick arms. "What kind of warrior would build a ship without protection?" He pounded the table, making the room shake slightly. The historian, an old alien named Yelos, watched quietly from the back of the room. He had spent years studying the history of ancient species, and he felt a growing anger. Finally, he could not stay silent any longer. "Excuse me?" Yelos called out, his voice shaky but strong. All eyes turned to him, and the laughter faded. "This ship is not what you think. It is not just a relic of a weak species. It is far older and more advanced than you realize." Counselor Zarak raised an eyebrow. "And how do you know this, old man?" he sneered. "You're just trying to save face because you're attached to your dusty history books." Yelos took a deep breath. "I have studied its markings and technology. It shows signs of incredible craftsmanship. This ship could have been built by humans." His statement hung in the air, heavy with disbelief. "Humans?" Counselor Rax scoffed. "They are nothing! They are a small, insignificant species. What could they possibly create that is worth our time?" Yellow stepped forward, his voice steady. "You underestimate them. Humans are clever and resilient. They have created things that can change the course of battles. This ship may hold technology that we do not understand." The counselors exchanged glances, their faces a mix of confusion and amusement. "We should just dismantle it and forget about it," Counselor Tira suggested, but there was a hint of worry in her tone. Zarak stood up again. "We are the Galactic Council! We do not need to worry about a species that is too busy fighting among themselves on their tiny planet. Let's focus on real matters, like our own technology and power." The room filled with laughter once more, but Yelos felt a flicker of hope. If they only took the time to explore the ship, they might learn something important. But for now, it seemed that the council would not listen. As the meeting continued, Yelos sat back down, his heart heavy. He could see that the council was blinded by their arrogance. They thought they knew everything, but they were missing a crucial piece of history. The ancient warship held secrets that could change their view of humans forever. With a sigh, Yelos made a silent vow. He would find a way to show them the truth. If the council refused to believe in the ship's value, he would take it upon himself to investigate further. Humanity's story deserved to be told, and he would not let their mockery stand in the way of understanding. Little did the council know that their laughter would soon turn to shock. The truth about the warship and its creators would soon unfold, and they would have to reckon with the power of humanity. After the council meeting, Yelos could not shake off his concern. The counselors had laughed at the ancient warship, but he knew there was more to it. He decided to take action. He gathered a small team of researchers willing to explore the ship, hoping to uncover its secrets. The team consisted of 3 skilled aliens: Zara, a tech expert, Finn, a historian like Yelos, and Rule, a brave pilot. They set off for the distant planet where the warship lay hidden. As they traveled through space, excitement and nervousness filled the ship. They were determined to prove the council wrong. Upon arrival, the team stood before the massive warship, now partially exposed. It looked even more impressive up close. The ship had intricate designs etched into its hull, with symbols that hinted at its advanced technology. "This is amazing," Zara whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. They carefully approached the ship. Finn scanned the markings with his handheld device. "These symbols are unlike anything I've seen before." "They might be a language," he said, intrigued. Yelos nodded. "We need to get inside. There may be even more clues waiting for us." Rule, the pilot, led the way. He found an entrance, and they stepped inside the dimly lit ship. The interior was filled with strange machinery and controls, all covered in dust. Zara began to examine the consoles, wiping away the grime. "This tech is advanced," she said, her fingers dancing over the buttons. "It's like nothing we have today." Finn moved to a nearby wall, where he found more inscriptions. These writings seem to tell a story. It mentions battles and victories. "And look here! This part talks about humans," he exclaimed. Yelos leaned closer. "Yes, it seems to describe their bravery. They fought against great odds to protect their world. As they continued to explore, they found a large chamber at the center of the ship. In the middle stood a control panel glowing faintly. Zara approached it cautiously. "I think this might be the ship's main control system," she said, her voice filled with awe. "What if we turn it on?" Rule asked, a mix of excitement and fear in his voice. "Let's do it," Zara replied, her curiosity taking over. With a deep breath, she pressed a button. The ship came to life with a low hum. Lights flickered on, revealing the stunning details of the ancient technology. The team stood in awe as screens illuminated, displaying information about the ship and its past. Suddenly, a holographic image appeared above the control panel. It showed a human captain, tall and strong, dressed in a uniform. The captain spoke, his voice clear and commanding. "If you are seeing this, then you have awakened my ship. I am Captain Adrian of the Earth Fleet. We fought many battles to protect our home." The team stared, their mouths agape. "This is incredible," Finn shouted. "The captain is real," Captain Adrian continued. "We built this ship to defend ourselves. It holds the key to our strength and resilience. If you are wise, you will learn from our history." Zara's heart raced. "We have to share this with the council. They need to know." The hologram flickered and the captain's image faded. The team stood in silence, overwhelmed by what they had just witnessed. The ship was not just an old relic, it was a testament to human courage and skill. "We must gather more evidence," Yelos urged. "We need to show the council that humans are not to be underestimated." As they explored further, they found weapons, star maps, and records of battles. Each discovery added weight to their mission. They were no longer just researchers, they were ambassadors of a forgotten legacy. Little did they know, the Galactic Council would soon face the truth about humanity. With every piece of evidence they uncovered, they felt more determined to change the Council's view. The ancient warship was a bridge between the past and the future, and they were ready to reveal its secrets. The team stood in awe inside the ancient warship. The hologram of Captain Adrian still lingered in their minds. Yelos, Zara, Finn, and Rule were filled with a sense of purpose. They knew they had stumbled upon something significant, something that could change the view of the Galactic Council regarding humans. "Look at this!" Zara exclaimed, pointing to a display that flickered back to life. It showed images of fierce battles and proud humans standing tall. "These are not the weak beings the Council thinks they are." Finn nodded, studying the images closely. "Every battle tells a story of bravery. They fought not just for themselves, but for their planet and their people." Yelos stepped closer to the screen. "This ship was a symbol of their strength. It's important we understand their history if we want to share this with the Council." Rule, still amazed by the technology, began to search for more information. He moved to another console, scanning through records. "I found a database!" he shouted. "It has documents about their conflicts, treaties, and alliances. This could help us tell their story." The team gathered around Rule as he began to access the data. The screen displayed timelines of wars, victories, and losses. There were names of legendary heroes and the ships that fought alongside them. They saw images of humans crafting their warships with care and skill, pouring their hopes into every design. "This is incredible," Zara said, her eyes sparkling. These humans faced enemies much larger than themselves. They never gave up. Finn, flipping through the records, found a section on the Earth Fleet. It talks about their unity. "Humans are strong when they work together," he explained. "They faced many challenges but always stood firm." Yelos felt a deep connection to these humans. Their story is a lesson for all of us. We should share their bravery and resilience with the Council. They need to see the truth. As the team continued to explore, they stumbled upon a section detailing the ship's last mission. It was a desperate battle to protect Earth from invaders. The records described how the crew fought with every ounce of strength, using their advanced technology to defend their home. "This is powerful," Rule said, reading aloud. The captain wrote about sacrifice and courage. They believed in their mission, even when the odds were against them. The room grew silent as the team absorbed the weight of their words. Yellows looked at his companions, a fire of determination burning in his eyes. We must tell the council about this. They need to understand that humans are not just a small species. They have a rich history and a strong legacy. Zara nodded. But how will we convince them? They are so set in their beliefs. Yelos thought for a moment. We'll show them the evidence. We'll present the ship's technology, the stories of human bravery, and the hologram of Captain Adrian. They must see it for themselves. With a plan in place, the team worked together to gather all the information they could. They copied data from the ship's systems, taking care to organize the records. Zara prepared a presentation, making sure it was clear and compelling. As they worked, they felt a growing excitement. Each discovery brought them closer to their goal. They were not just sharing facts, they were bringing a powerful story to life, a story that showed the strength of humanity. Finally, after hours of hard work, they stood back to look at their presentation. It was a powerful collection of evidence that highlighted the courage and skill of humans. They felt ready to face the council once more. The team knew the risks ahead. The council could dismiss them again or even laugh at their findings. But they also knew they had to try. The truth about humans and their legacy was too important to ignore. With determination in their hearts, they prepared to return to the Galactic Council. They were ready to share the remarkable story of human history and prove that underestimating humanity could be the Council's biggest mistake. The team was buzzing with excitement as they prepared to present their findings to the Galactic Council. Yelos, Zara, Finn, and Rule felt a strong sense of purpose. They had uncovered a hidden treasure of knowledge about humans and their ancient warship. But they also knew there was one more thing they needed to do: awaken the ship's full potential. Zara glanced at the control panel that had brought the holographic image of Captain Adrian to life. What if we can activate more of the ship's systems? It might show the council just how advanced it really is. Yelos agreed, feeling a surge of hope. If we can demonstrate the ship's capabilities, it will help prove our point about humanity. Rule nodded, eager to get started. Let's do it! I'll help you access the main controls. Together, they gathered around the control panel. Zara took a deep breath and started pressing buttons, her heart racing with anticipation. The ship hummed softly, as if it was waking from a long sleep. Lights flickered on, illuminating the room with a soft glow. Suddenly, the panel displayed a series of commands and options. "I think this is it!" Zara exclaimed. "We can initiate a systems check. It will show us everything the ship can do." As she navigated through the options, Finn watched intently. Let's start with the defense systems. If the council sees how powerful this ship is, they will have to take us seriously. Zara pressed the command to activate the defense systems. The ship shook slightly as mechanisms began to engage. Alarms sounded and the lights flashed red. "This is it," Rule said, his excitement growing. The ship's voice came to life, a calm and steady tone. "Defense systems activated, scanning for threats." The team exchanged glances, their eyes wide with awe. "Look at that!" Finn pointed at the screen showing the ship's powerful weapons. "This is incredible. The ship is equipped with advanced technology that can defend against any attack." Zara continued to press buttons, and the ship responded with more information. "Energy levels at maximum capacity. Weapon systems ready for deployment," it announced. The team felt a rush of adrenaline. They were witnessing the might of a ship built by humans, a vessel that could turn the tide in any battle. "We need to show this to the council," Yellow said, his voice filled with determination. "This ship is proof of human strength and intelligence." As they continued their exploration, they decided to activate the ship's navigation systems. "Let's see if it can plot a course," Rule suggested. He tapped the screen and entered coordinates for the Galactic Council's main station. Navigation systems engaged. "Course plotted," the ship announced. A holographic map appeared, showing a path through the stars. "This is amazing!" Zara exclaimed. "We can take the council on a tour of the galaxy, showing them the potential of this ship." But just as they were about to celebrate, the ship's alarms blared again. "Warning! Incoming threat detected!" The room shook as the ship prepared for an attack. "What? What does that mean?" Finn shouted, panic rising in his voice. The ship's voice continued. "Identifying threat. Scanning. Unknown vessel approaching rapidly." Yelos felt his heart race. "We need to stabilize the ship. We can't let it fall into the wrong hands." Rule quickly accessed the controls. "I can try to shield us, but I need time." Zara focused on the navigation panel. "We need to get ready for whatever comes next." This ship has faced battles before. It can do it again. With their hearts pounding, the team worked together to prepare the ship for a possible confrontation. They activated defensive shields and armed the weapon systems. The ship hummed with power, ready to fight. As the unknown vessel closed in, the team felt a mix of fear and determination. They were no longer just researchers. They were guardians of a powerful legacy. If they could awaken this ship, they could prove to the Galactic Council that humanity's strength was something to be respected. The warship was alive, filled with the spirit of those who had fought to protect Earth. And now, it was up to them to ensure that the truth about humans would not be silenced. The alarms continued to blare as the unknown vessel closed in on the ancient warship. Yelos, Zara, Finn, and Rule were ready for anything. They had awakened the ship's power, but now they needed to protect it. "Rule, can you lock onto that ship?" Yelos shouted, urgency filling his voice. Rule focused on the controls. "I'm trying! The systems are complex, but I can manage it." His hands moved swiftly over the buttons, sweat forming on his brow. The holographic display showed the approaching vessel, a dark shape against the stars. Zara watched anxiously. "We need to know who they are. Can we get any information from the ship?" As if in response, the ship's voice echoed in the room. "Scanning incoming vessel. Identifying. Unknown species. Warning, they are armed and appear hostile." "Of course they are," Finn muttered, frustration creeping in. "Let's hope this ship can hold its own." Just then, the unknown vessel fired a warning shot. The blast shook the warship, but its shields held firm. "Shields holding at 80%, the ship announced. "Ready to return fire." "Return fire?" "Yes!" "Let's show them what this ship can do," Rule said, his confidence growing. Yelos felt a surge of determination. "Zara, prepare the weapons. We can't let them take this ship." Zara nodded, her hands moving quickly over the controls. "Weapons primed and ready." We need to show them that humanity is not to be underestimated. As the enemy ship approached, Yelos took a deep breath. "Let's do this. On my mark, we fire." He felt the weight of the moment, knowing that their actions could change everything. The enemy ship moved closer, ready to strike again. 3, 2, 1. "Fire!" Yelos commanded. Zara pressed the button, and the ship unleashed a powerful blast. The energy beam shot toward the enemy vessel, hitting it squarely. The blast illuminated the darkness of space, and for a moment, everything was silent. The enemy ship was taken by surprise. Alarms blared on their vessel as they struggled to regain control. "They're firing back!" Rule shouted, desperately trying to maneuver the warship. The dark ship launched a volley of missiles, but the ancient warship was ready. The shields absorbed the impact, holding strong. "Shields holding at 70%, the ship reported calmly. Zara looked at the display. "We have to end this quickly before they call for reinforcements." Finn suggested, "Let's use the ship's agility. We can outmaneuver them." Yelos agreed. "Good idea!" "Rule, take us in tight circles." "Zara, prepare another shot." As Rule piloted the ship with skill, they dodged the enemy's attacks. The team worked in perfect harmony, each member knowing their role. The ship felt alive, responding to their commands as they fought together. Zara aimed carefully. "Target locked! Fire!" she yelled. Another energy beam shot from the warship, hitting the enemy vessel again. This time, the impact was devastating. The enemy ship began to lose power, drifting helplessly in space. "Now is our chance," Finn urged. "Let's finish this." Rule maneuvered the ship closer, and Zara readied the final shot. "This is for humanity!" she declared, her heart racing. With a decisive push, she fired once more. The energy beam struck the enemy ship, and it erupted in a brilliant explosion, scattering debris across the stars. The team erupted in cheers. "We did it!" Rule shouted, his voice filled with joy. But Yelos felt a mix of triumph and concern. "This victory is just the beginning. We need to show the Council what we've done. We need to tell them about the power of this ship and the strength of humans." As they plotted their course back to the Galactic Council's main station, the team felt a sense of pride. They had not only awakened the warship, but had also protected its legacy. They knew that their fight was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever came next. When they arrived at the Council, the team stood tall. They had proven that humanity was not to be taken lightly. With the ancient warship by their side, they were ready to share their story and change the perception of humans forever. As they prepared to present their findings, Yelos looked at his friends. "This is our moment. Let's show them who we really are." And with that, They stepped forward, ready to face the Galactic Council and reveal the truth about humanity's past and their bright future.